On this episode of the show, we are going to talk about beneficiary designations if you have minor children.
Creating wealth, protecting families, building legacy. This is the Rich Life Lawyer Show.
Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small, and this is episode 23 of the Rich Life Lawyer Show. Welcome. You don't know this if you're watching this right now, but we are actually doing our first ever Facebook Live recording. So I'm pumped. I'm more nervous, much more nervous than I usually am, but that's okay. That's how we do it. If you want to see this live, you can go like our Facebook page, just search CMS Law Firm. What we do is we will say hello before we record this video, then we will answer questions live on Facebook after the video. So if you have immediate questions, that's a great place to go. If you have regular questions, you can email me, chris@cmslawfirm.com, and I will answer them. So let's get into today's topic, which is beneficiary designations for minor children. This topic today comes from a financial planner buddy of mine who sent me this question, so I'm going to read it, then we're going to talk about it. Brian says, what to do for beneficiary designation if client has minor children? Of course, spouse is primary, but with little kids, how do you make them secondary? My understanding is that with a springing trust in a will, you just name the trust as beneficiary and the trustee will take care of it. But what if clients don't have a will or an up-to-date will, i.e. they have more kids? All right, so first things first, there's a lot in there probably. Beneficiary designations, what we're talking about is if you have a life insurance policy, if you have retirement accounts, if you have bank accounts, you can designate beneficiaries on those accounts, which means that if something should happen to you and you pass away, then the person you name as beneficiary will get the funds. We'll get the life insurance proceeds, we'll get all of that stuff. Brian's question has two different things going on. He mentions that if you have a trust, do you make the trustee or the trust the beneficiary of your life insurance policy, for example, or do you do something else? The answer is yes, that he's pretty much right. Okay, so if you have minor kids, the problem with just giving them life insurance proceeds outright is that once they turn 18, they are just going to get a big fat check and be able to do whatever they want with that. What a trust does is allow you to manage those funds over time after the age of 18 and basically dictate the rules for how that money is distributed. For example, a lot of people have allow the kids to use that money for support, maintenance, health, education throughout their entire lives, and then do like a third of the assets distributed at 25, a third distributed at 30, and a third distributed at 35. That's what a trust does. Now, as far as beneficiary designations go, it's really, really important that you have those up to date because your will not overtake those beneficiary designations. So for example, if you are married and your wife is your designated beneficiary and you get divorced and she remains the beneficiary, when you die, she's gonna get those insurance proceeds. So the first thing that you need to do today is just make sure your beneficiary designations are up to date. The second thing that you need to do is if you have minor children, really consider creating a trust to handle that money and then make your beneficiary the trust. If you do not have a trust and something happens to you, those funds will just go into your estate and then will be distributed according to what your will says. Most wills, to answer the final question about having more kids or if things change, most wills and most trusts will account for new kids and simply split those shares equally across all of the kids that are living. All right, so that is it. I know I talk super fast, and hopefully you got all that information. If you have follow-up questions, you can email me, chris@cmslawfirm.com. You can leave a YouTube comment. You can find me on Facebook and ask. You can do whatever you want. You can call us too if you want. So that's it for today. Thanks for the question, Brian, and looking forward to hearing your questions.